Hi everybody, it's Dr. Francine from the Chiropractic Center where we really care about your success. And it is the holiday season! It's so exciting, but I thought today I would share with you some helpful hints to avoid or to maintain your weight, not avoid gaining weight. You want to maintain your weight over the holidays. So my first helpful tip would be, and there's only 5 of them, would be don't go to a party hungry. It's like going to the grocery store when you're hungry. You get there, there's all this crazy food, and you just eat everything in sight, and you probably make some poor choices. So that would be my number 1 top thing. Do not go to a party hungry. Number 2 would be, if you're going to a party and it's potluck, which most of us tend to do these days, go to the party and offer to bring a veggie platter or some vegetables. Most of the time there's all kinds of high-fat foods that if you are hungry and you go to a party, you're gorging yourself on. The other thing is there's oftentimes not healthy choices. So be the one, step up, and you'd be surprised. I've been to parties where there's no vegetables in sight. I bring a veggie platter, and lo and behold, the entire thing is gone by the end of the party. So that would be the next thing that I would suggest that you do. The other thing too is if you know you have 3 or 4 parties to go to in the next couple of weeks, plan things out a little bit. If you're really wanting to whoop it up, don't deprive yourself of something, but say, I've got 3 parties this week, I've got 2 after work, or I've got 1 on the weekend. So I'm really gonna whoop it up on the weekend, and I'm gonna maintain, my good healthy eating habits at the best that you possibly can at the other 2 parties. The other thing that you want to do too is be strong. One of the worst culprits I find is everybody brings treats into work. There's like a whole table of treats. Try to maintain, again, make a deal with yourself and say, okay, I'm only allowed 1 treat a day. That might be where you're going to draw the line. Another thing that you might do is say, okay, you know what? I'm only going to have a treat on the Friday. So that's entirely up to you. But I do think if you're able to decide in advance what your goal is for that week, that would be a really helpful way to deter yourself. I know for me, I have 0 willpower. So for me, if I start, I can't stop. The other thing too, when you're at a party, I find for me that works really well is don't hover around the food table. That's another big no-no for me is everybody will tend to congregate to the food. Try to pull yourself away from the food table because it's so easy just to reach over and grab another one of those really fattening hors d'oeuvres that are not just fattening, but really unhealthy for your heart too. The other thing that you want to look at maintaining over the holidays is your exercise regimen. A lot of people get off track with their exercise. Now, if you can't make it to the gym, maybe start a new tradition with your family and just say, after the meal today, let's all go for a walk, or plan to take the kids skating or tobogganing or whatever it is. But maybe be the one to step up and say, let's get out for a walk and do something that's going to be healthy, especially if that was our cheat day. So I really hope that you found those tips helpful. There's only 5 of them. Try to adhere to all of them. And if you have any comments on things that you've done to maintain your weight over the holidays, I encourage you to share it, and let's see how we all do over this holiday season. So until next time, let your healing begin, and happy holidays!